Hi, my name's Rob Goddard. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I don't specifically want to talk to you about business in this video. It's actually about health and well-being. And a couple of years ago, I applied for some key man insurance, and lo and behold, after the medical, discovered that I had type 2 diabetes. And that's many, many decades of eating the wrong things and eating too much of the wrong things and leading a pretty sedentary life, either on the couch or in a car driving to meetings. Anyway, I decided not to go on prescription drugs for the rest of my life to deal with the type 2, actually to change my diet and actually start exercising. That would be a good start. So that's what I did 2 years ago. And since then I've lost over 3 stone, which is about 20 kilos, something like that. So I've still got a way to go, but I'm well on the way to achieving what I want to achieve in terms of weight and exercise. And I've got a personal trainer in the last year as well to help nag me to do the right things and things I think I ought to do. So I want to share with you a light bulb moment that I had yesterday. And so I've just got a few slides to share with you. So if I get that to come up, hopefully the technology will work first time for me. There we go. I've entitled this share, Achieve the Unachievable. And there is actually, whilst I'm talking about health and well-being and fitness, actually there's a big connection with running businesses. So I'll unpack that as we go. So that's the title of my talk. And as being part of a gym, we actually have, or a number of us have heart monitors. And that is to measure the effort that we're putting through our heart, not to ensure that we don't have a coronary. It's actually to measure how hard the heart is working. And those results are league tabled. And I've always been in the bottom half since I joined the gym. And I was quite happy being in the bottom half. But I don't know what it was, but last month I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to be at the top of the league table just once. And there's quite a few gym members, 500 plus, I believe. Steve and Becky Dennis run it. Brilliant people. Great shout out for them. They save lives by running a gym. And many of us use something called MyZone. This is the heart monitor belt that straps round, and it measures how hard the heart is working, and it turns it into points, maximum effort points. And the World Health Organization recommend that every month you should have or should achieve 1,300 MEPs in the month for health and well-being. And I had been above that, which is about 2,000 MEPs a month, but I was still in the bottom half of the league table because there's plenty of other fitter, more dedicated people than me in the gym. But I did want to be top of that league table just once, just once. So what happened next? Well, you might be able to recognize this. I had some immediate mental barriers. It's not just with health and well-being. It can be in business, can't it? Maybe there's an insurmountable mountain that you want to climb in business. And it's to do with the human psyche. We look at the reasons why we can't. And these were my reasons. There's 7 of them. So I immediately thought, I'm still too fat, too old. I'm 57, fast approaching 60. Definitely too inflexible. Things creak and click, and I'm not as supple as I used to be. No way. And the whole thing just seemed too hard. So I had that initial idea, wouldn't it be great to achieve something? And then immediately the other half of my brain saying, or the other part of me, it's far too hard. I got a dodgy left knee, and I got a dodgy right toe. And if that doesn't stop me, I might die of a coronary. So 7 reasons why I couldn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I caught myself thinking this is ridiculous. If in business, I'd think about the challenges and the barriers that stop me achieving something, but then I'd find a strategy that take me through and overcome those obstacles, those hurdles, and achieve what I want to achieve. So I applied my business brain to this situation. So what was my strategy? Well, I thought I want a quick win during the month. So I focus on the middle of the pack, the people that are on the middle of the league table that I could use as like pacers. If I could keep up with them and then exceed them, that would give me some encouragement I was on the right course to be top of the league table by month end. And that's what happened. In fact, by mid-month, just over mid-month, I'd passed the middle of the league table, and now I was looking at the leaders, the top 5 or 6 out of hundreds of people, and I thought, wow, this. Do you know what? This might be doable. And I didn't want to peak too early, but I managed to do. I back end loaded my month with lots and lots of exercise and lots of MEPs. And I think because I wasn't normally in that sort of top half dozen of the league table, mine was a name that people really wouldn't know. So I was coming up on the rails pretty quick, and I came up on the rails so quick that it was a 2-horse race in the final few days of the month. But I still had a strategy for the last day of the month. And this was the other horse in the race. His name is Marcin or Marcin. I call him Marcin the Machine because he is a machine. You can see from that photograph, he plays football for fun. He also runs marathons for fun. He loves exercise, and he'll do 2 or 3 sessions in a day. Just to save himself getting bored. So he was my target. He was number 1. I was number 2 on the final, going into the final day of the month. And once the end of the month happens, all the MEPs, all the points are cancelled out. You start from 0. So everyone a winner on the first of the following month. But he was number 1. I was number 2. And there he is, top left, Marcin. 7,799 MEP points. And as you can see, I was 11 behind him. And that's about 10 minutes workout. And that was at 9:34 in the evening on Saturday, the 31st. Because what I didn't want to do was overtake him on the last day, and then it would give him time to come back. So I thought if I just creep up and maybe give him the impression that he's already won, that I got so close, but now I've finished, because it's 9:30. What he didn't know, in order to get second, I had to actually jog a marathon. I didn't do it in one go. I did it in 3 chunks, and then I had weights exercises in between each chunk. So I was out for 7 hours on the Saturday. Christina, my other half, thought I was mad. But it was all done to try and sort of back end load the month to catch him by surprise. So by 9:30 in the evening, I was 11 away, and I thought I'll just let him think he's won. And then I went out for 2 hours and had another jog. So I got back at about just before midnight. And as you can see, 8,009 points. Just as well, because he'd put on another 200 points on Saturday as well. So it's just as well I went out for that 2-hour session. But we're nearly at midnight when the cutoff happens. And I purposely staged it that it would be just before midnight and the cutoff, because I thought there's no way in 25 minutes he can come back with such a gap and pit me at the post. I thought, I've got him. I've got him. No, I was wrong. This is the main leaderboard. As you can see on the left-hand side of that picture, Marcin, 8,010 points, beat me by 1, which is about 30 seconds of effort. The funny thing was that he'd been watching me because he didn't want to be number 2 in the league table. So his wife thought he was mad because he kept logging on to see whether I'd done any more exercise. And when he saw that with half an hour, 25 minutes to go, that I'd put him into second place and taken the league table, he got on his treadmill. The guy's got a treadmill at home. And he blasted it. He blattered it for 25 minutes and beat me by 1 point. So I was second. I didn't achieve my objective, but I did achieve quite a few other things. Second, but what did I achieve? Well, over the course of the month, I actually jogged 200k, and 37 kilometers on the final day. I did my marathon, albeit in 3 chunks. Never walked and jogged that far in my life. Over the course of the month, I lost half a stone in weight. And certainly my stamina has been building for the last 2 years anyway, but certainly lifting weights during the course of the month that I hadn't been able to do, personal bests. As importantly, probably more importantly, actually going out, walking, jogging, gave me headspace during the month. I'd said to my personal trainer I could never do 8,000 steps. I didn't have the time to do 8,000 steps a day, and avoided it. 8,000 steps, nothing. Do that in a short morning. What it was doing, getting outside, was giving me chance to chill, think about things, and make better decisions because I was giving myself headspace. So that was a big gain for me. I did get praise and recognition from other people in the gym that were usually always, they were looking down on my league position, and then they see me shoot through for the month. And that, actually, do you know what? That's a real encouragement for people to recognize the effort that you're putting in. And that's the same in business as well. And at work, if you're doing a great job, someone recognizing means a huge amount, actually, that someone notices. And generally, I just felt really good about what I achieved. Yes, I came second to Marcin, but he is a machine. But I gained, what's that, 6 significant things for myself. And will I be doing it this month? No. But what I will be doing, I'm not obsessed about being number 1. But what I do know is I've proven to myself that I can achieve far more than I thought I was capable of, just because I pushed myself and I got over those initial mental barriers and hurdles as to why I couldn't achieve. So I'll leave you with that thought. If you're having problems in your business and it just seems all insurmountable, then get in touch with me, because there usually is a way. Perhaps it just takes a bit of a mindset change, and perhaps having someone getting alongside you, understanding what the challenges are, and then saying, well, here's some strategies that you might want to employ. Could you do this? What about, had you considered that? What about undertaking it in this way? Perhaps it's a very different way, the way that you're thinking, whatever that is. Very happy to have a chat with you. Do get in touch with me either through my website or through LinkedIn. Thanks for listening, and take care.